but it's doable. It's workable. You can make it work. You can pull it off. Hi there again to all of my wig friends out there. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nikki, and I have another wig review for you guys today. No surprise, right? I mean, yeah, it's never a surprise. But anywho, I have a brand new drop that I'm bringing to you today. So of course I'm wearing her right now since I don't do the installation on camera. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to tell you about her, because I most certainly do. I tell you everything that you need to know. So that way you can make an informed decision on if it's the right wig for you or not. And I do love to hear your comments. I keep saying hear, but I mean read. I love to read your comments. So please make sure you go down there and give me your respectful thoughts. You can also let me know if there's a wig you'd like me to review, and I will happily look into it for you. But if you haven't yet already subscribed, I mean, come on, if you love wig reviews, this is the place to be. I bring you the new drops, the oldies but goodies, and all those ones that are in between. So you're going to want to see that on your timeline. Click that subscribe button. Click the little bell too, so that way you'll get notified and not miss any of my uploads, because I never really know when I want to throw them out there at you. Sometimes it's a couple times a week, sometimes it's even 2 in one day. So make sure you do that, and if you have already subscribed, thank you so much. I greatly do appreciate it. Now make sure too that you watch the video all the way through, so that way you don't miss out on anything. So without further ado, let's do it. So today though, for my eyeshadow look, I am wearing the Primal palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. Ta-da! I always show you the inside too. So that was that. All right. So this wig, like I said, is a brand new drop, and I'm going to show you the inside cap construction here. I always show you the stock card. I'm talking about LILIBETH, and she is from Outre. So here's the stock card. She is an HD lace front from the Sleek Late Part collection, and I have her in the color DR4/BL Sandy Blonde, and that's the color you see the stock card model right here wearing. She also comes available in DR4 Summer Blonde. I haven't seen that color in a really long time. So she has some great color selections to choose from. And then with this specific collection, just in case you don't know or you want a refresher, it says she has a wider hand-tied lace part. She has a pre-plucked hairline and natural baby hairs. She is also heat safe up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I scooped her up from elevatestyles for $38.88. Now, of course, what they say on the stock card isn't always what they mean. So, did they tell the truth or not? We're going to find out, because that's what we're going to do. So, with this wig, though, it's been a while since I reviewed kind of a straighter unit. She's kind of like a bob, but yet at the same time, she's kind of not. She's got a little bit of bob in her, but I do like it. I think it's a very classy type of look, but it's also very casual. I can see this as a great everyday look, so therefore a good work wig. I can see her too being perfect for like with a sexy dress, like off the shoulder or strapless, you know, one of those types of styles. I could see her being just killer with something like that. So she's got some sex appeal to her as well. I really like that. So something you can wear from day to night and just really be a knockout either way. So that's what I can see her as, but I do like the simplicity of her as well. So that's really nice. But she is 20 inches long. That's what the stock card says. So that's a great length for a style like this. Granted, she would be really pretty longer too, but I like this length. I think it's really, really good. It's more of a manageable length, especially if you're looking for a wig for work or when you're really on the go. So when you don't have time to constantly be looking in the mirror and fixing up your hair, that's what I'm talking about. So she's perfect for not having to worry about it. Just plop on your head and go and be done with it. But the color, I think this is the second or maybe the third time I've reviewed it, and I just picked up another one in this color too. I really love it. I love a good sandy blonde, just like a good ash blonde. I just think it's a very flattering type of blonde, and then especially when you have this contrast of the lighter and the darker shades here. So freaking gorgeous. They knew what they were doing. Outre definitely knew what they were doing when they came up with this color. So I like the fact too that it's just the lighter on the top and the darker on the bottom. You do have the number 4 root. I always say if it's harsh or not, meaning does it look like a ton of outgrowth? Does it come down too far? Does it not blend well? I don't think it's harsh. So I think it looks really natural. I mean, I'm looking in my mirror straight ahead here, but I'm liking it. I really do. Especially this blend. So it looks more natural, like you intended for it to look like this rather than outgrowth. So I think that's really nice. But the luster that she has, look at that. Look at that. Oh, no wiggy shine, but it's not dull either. It looks like you have very healthy hair. One thing to know though, she's really silky. Which I don't mind. I think this is a style that was really good as a silky style, just because like the hair fibers are much thinner, so they just kind of fall into place and it's a little bit more lightweight and whimsical. So I think that that was a really good move on their part to make her more silky, but I know some people don't like that, and also some people might want her to stay more in place. So you have your pros and you have your cons when it comes to silky texture. I just said the word texture again. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to use that word because I kept using it inappropriately, and I knew I was, but I'm just trying to say how she feels rather than using that word. So yeah, she's feeling silky, but she's feeling super soft. Gosh. It feels like your hair is super duper healthy, very well conditioned, but she's not feeling fake. So I like to refer fake as like doll hair, like Barbie doll hair. It's not quite like that. There is a little certain degree of coarseness mixed in, which is what you want because all human hair has some degree of coarseness to it. So that's in there, and that's making her feel more like real hair. So I'm loving that, of course. So you can't go wrong with that. But her density is super appropriate too. I mean, this is just right. Again, she's got a little bit more of that body than she does volume for a certain style like this. I mean, look at this. I can just play with her all day long. Just play around. So you can do that. But obviously, I'm just gonna grab my round brush here. If you really, really want to kind of work with her, you know, take your round brush. You can do that with this here and just kind of make that kind of stay in place. But again, as I already mentioned, she's super lightweight and has that silkiness about her. So she is going to kind of just, again, be free flowing. So just keep that in mind. That's why I keep going like this out of habit, but it's fine if she falls down. It's just a habit that I keep doing that. Kind of a nervous tick, if you will. But let me show you what she looks like from the back. Just gotta get it all back there. As far as wearing her down the back, I mean, you could, obviously, I think, yeah, like, see this picture here? And that looks really pretty the way they did that. And they do show a picture of what it looks like from the back there. Nothing real special about it. I mean, it does kind of show the color a little bit cooler. I mean, you might have just saw it when I showed you, but this photo kind of shows it a little bit better. So you can really see the tips of that color difference there. But she's one, I think, probably is one just to wear in the front. But part of the hair, just with this length and with her being so lightweight and free-flowing, part of the hair does kind of want to go in the back like that. And to me, I think that looks more natural. Because for me, when I have like the wavy and longer and more voluminous types of styles, I tend to always want to wear it in the front because that helps with tangling and whatnot. But even though it looks pretty in the back, I just always want to show it in the front. And then I usually wear it all to the front. So then you have that, you know, that V in the back of your head. So that can also cause tangling at the nape, but it's kind of a habit to do that with those types of styles. And once again, it helps with the tangling, and it just looks so pretty that way. But this is more natural. Most people have part of their hair in the back, so I really am loving that about her. So people would just assume this is your natural style. She isn't really tangling, all things considered, with her being more silky, but the length of 20 inches makes it much easier. If she was longer, then I think you would end up having a little bit more tangling, especially down here, but not the case. I mean, I've already been running my fingers through her this whole entire video. Let's go ahead and do it again. Why not? But you can see she just so easy to manage. Just put her on and forget about it and be done. So she took me like 5 minutes to get ready, if even that. I mean, I could have probably put a little more effort into it, but why not? I think it looks fine just the way it is. But yeah, hardly any tangles, like hardly any at all. Like the most minimal amount of tangling you could ever get with a synthetic unit is what I experienced. So clapping for that. Also very minimal shedding too. So another clap for that. Let's just have a party. Why not, right? I mean, hey, I do say join the party. I try to have a lot of fun here on my channel. I don't like to do too much chit chat because I don't want to waste a lot of your time. You want to know about the wig and be done, but at the same time, you know, let's have a little personality involved. But all right, I'm going to stop with that and stop dancing and everything. But I think she looks great as a sunder part. Could you shift her? I don't know. I didn't try. Hang on one second. She has ear tabs that are bendable. I don't really think her being shifted would look as good. That's just my opinion. And you might not even be able to shift her anyway, even though those ear tabs are bendable to make it a little easier. I know some people might want to have her have a swoop, which she would if you shifted her to the side, but I don't even know if you can do that. So, but maybe you might want to go for it. But her as a center part, I think, looks amazing. It's a deep, wide part, as it says, and yes, it is deep. Does it say how deep it is? No. If I had to guess, like 6 inches. I mean, it goes all the way back. The width is actually really appropriate for this type of style. You don't want it to be too thin, you don't want it to be too wide, but it's more wider right here, so it looks more natural that way with a hairline. A little bit of my wig cap is seen there. I'm kind of used to that just because the lace is HD and very transparent, but it doesn't stand out a whole lot unless you're really looking at it. But very easy to blend with some powder. She is laying very, very flat to the head. So again, makes it easier to blend and makes the hairline look more natural. Baby hairs, she really doesn't have any. I mean, really none. So I created some. I just took some of the hair right here and took a razor and just did one of those things with it. Not that it really stands out, making it look more like natural baby hairs or anything, but to me, I thought it looked a little better that way, or at least I attempted to make it look a little bit better. But that's just me. I prefer baby hair with certain styles, and I think this one just look better with a little bit of baby hair. So that's why I did it, but you don't have to do that either, of course. So this is where it gets into some tricky situation. Well, it says natural baby hairs on here, but I didn't find them. I mean, they're in there, but they're kind of blended in, so they don't really stand out. So I don't know if I'd really consider them natural, but let's move on from the baby hairs. Let's be done with it. Let's talk about the rest of this hairline, because a lot of times they will advertise saying it is a pre-plucked hairline, and then we get all excited and then we get let down. And other times now we're so used to that, we're just like, oh, is this pre-plucked hairline? Probably won't be. And then if it is, we get really surprised, right? Well, it's not bad. Is it completely pre-plucked? Maybe a little bit. So let's take a look at it. Here, this looks pretty good. The lace was very easy to blend. It matched really good with skin tones. And then here we got the edges here. I mean, that's not too shabby. Maybe they were listening to us. Maybe. Got a little lift up going on here. But here's where it gets thicker. See, right in here. And that seems to be a very common thing lately, where they'll do like halfway and then just kind of give up. But it still looks good in my opinion. So I'm not going to complain too much. Obviously, if you want that to be as natural as possible, you want to glue it down. But especially like tucking her behind the ear. Let me see if I can do that without it lifting up too much. Yeah, I could use a little work there, but if you want to go for it, I think she'd look really cute tucked behind the ear, like so. So that's always an option. And then obviously over on this side, now some of my own natural edges are peeping through there, which is okay with me. Hang on a second. That's a little too much there. Just give me a sec. Let me fix that up. Like I said, I could have spent a little more time, but yeah, there we go. Okay, so a little bit of my natural edges, so just be aware of that. That could happen. You know, it just depends on the shape and size of your head and everything. Same thing, you can see a little bit of that lace there. So that's why I think this would be better kind of like tucked a little bit, like so, and just blend it in with my own edges. I think that would look a little bit more natural. So that's another thing to kind of take into consideration. But it's doable, it's workable. You can make it work. You can pull it off. Definitely pull it off. So do I think she is really bad with that? No. I mean, they made an effort. Yeah. Enough said. They made an effort. Okay, so as I already mentioned, she has ear tabs. They are bendable and they are above each ear just like they should be. So she is comfortable. I mean, obviously it's not the greatest fit, but she's comfortable. And I really don't think she's larger head friendly per se. There's, you know, it's a little tight and there wasn't much stretchability, and you just saw how it fits on me. And I usually do go a little bit smaller. So, yes, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Oh my gosh, you pretty much knew I was going to do that. If you're new to my channel, now you know. I give thumbs up. I'm from Milwaukee, so funsy thumbs, as I like to call them. You know, hey. Some of you probably don't even know who I'm talking about. So go look it up, then it'll make more sense. But I love her. Oh my gosh, I am going to wear the crap out of her. There's a lot of wigs that when I'm in doubt and I'm not sure which one I want to wear, if it's, you know, I'm not reviewing for the day, I tend to gravitate towards certain styles. This is probably one I will gravitate towards more. So I love her. I just can't stop playing with her though. But that's on me. But yeah, I highly recommend this unit. I think you'll love her. So that's how I feel about it. Let me know how you feel. Don't forget, I can't wait to read your comments. Be respectful, of course. And let me know if you already picked her up. Tell me what color you have her in. Did you get her yet? How do you like her if you did? And if you decide to go pick her up after watching this review, I would really love to know that as well. But enough said, that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. I always do appreciate it. And I'll catch you next time in my next video. So until next time, bye-bye.